hair today. I can't decide if I look like a lion or just like a giant standard poodle. It's doing its own thing. But anyways, how are you guys doing today? I hope your new year is going well so far. I seriously can't get over the fact that it is 2015 now. Is this too bright? I feel like I don't have a nose right now, but it's really gloomy outside, so hopefully this works. If not, I apologize. But today's video is going to be all of my favorites. It's going to be all my favorites from 2014. Guys, okay, I'm just gonna stop because I've already discussed that so many times. Anyways, all of my favorites are sitting here on top of my desk. It looks really messy right now, but I guess it's because it is. There's a ton of stuff on my desk. I don't know what order I'm gonna go in, but let's go ahead and just jump right in. And now before we get into these favorites, I will say this was very difficult for me because I felt like I wanted to add like a million more in every single category, but I felt like these products were hands down my ride or die products that I would repurchase like as soon as they ran out. These are products that I would recommend over and over again. So overall, I feel like this video kind of like summarizes my year for you when it comes to all the products that I gravitate towards the most. I totally just said that. Most. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with primers first. Now this is one category where I was like, should I include this other one in here? Honestly, I probably should have thrown a Benefit Professional in here, so we will go ahead and say that because I think I finished up an entire tube of that this year. In fact, yes, I know I did because I'm on my second tube. But along with Benefit Professional, these two have been like standouts as well. Another one that I really recommend if you're trying to kind of like minimize the look of pores or just conceal the look of those would be from Tarte. This is the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. This one comes in a little jar here. The only thing is, hello Mr. Landon, your hair is all kinds of crazy today. The only thing with this is I feel like it's not as hygienic. I really like that Benefit Professional. You can just squeeze right out of the tube, whereas this you kind of have to put your finger in. So I keep a little beauty spatula at my vanity and use it, but this I seriously love. This is actually a newer favorite more towards the end of the year, but ever since I got it, this is the one that I've been using over and over again, especially now since we're in the cooler months. It's way more hydrating than Professional or the Tarte one. This is from Too Faced and it's the Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. If you have dry skin or oily skin, I think you would love this. It's hydrating, but it's not like a moisturizer feeling to where it just like sits on top of your skin. It sinks in, but it just makes your face feel like hydrated and healthy. Let's see if it says anything that would kind of help with the description. It has coconut water, electrolytes, and probiotics. It is silicone free, so if you're someone who has like an allergy to silicone, this would probably be the one that I recommend the most. I know lots of people like, is it the Laura Mercier one? I feel like that they have one that's silicone free as well. I have tried that, but I definitely prefer this one more. I should have placed this better. I need like a little side table here so I'm not like spinning over and over again. Okay, now moving on to foundations. I feel like this was like the year of foundations for me. I have tried so many different foundations this year, but I definitely have a collection of my like, what's the word I'm thinking of? I already said ride or die, so I can't say that, but you get my drift. Okay, so I have 4 of them here. One of them I'm actually completely out of, so I will just go ahead and tell you that one. It's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. That is hands down my favorite drugstore foundation. I love that stuff. I feel like it's such like a natural, easy, everyday foundation. I love that it comes with a pump. I love the consistency, the formula, everything about it. I love it. Now, one that I would compare it to that's more on like department store range, they're not exact, but there's something about like the consistency and stuff that is very similar, but I do still prefer this one over L'Oreal True Match. But if this one isn't in your budget, then I feel like L'Oreal True Match is just as good. And this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. This is actually a backup. I'm not going to start with this one until I finish one more of these, but I seriously love this stuff. Just for reference, I wear mine in Natural 4. A lot of you guys always ask me what I wear in MAC foundations. I have honestly only ever used two liquid foundations from MAC, and both of them just were not kind to my skin. But I believe I was in like the NC 25 to 30 range depending what time of the year it was. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in between that area. So in Bobbi Brown, I'm Natural 4. I go between that one and then I forget if it's the 1 Up or 2 Up because I believe they alternate like with yellow and pink undertones. Now another foundation that I finished this year, I think I used either 1 or 2 complete bottles of the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. So that tells you how much I love it. Another foundation that I absolutely loved and was sad that I finished just because This foundation is pricey. In fact, I think this is the most expensive foundation that I've ever bought. I want to say it was around $60, $65. I bought it during the VIB sale at Sephora, but I seriously love this stuff. This is from Guerlain. It's the Lingerie Depot Invisible Skin Fusion Foundation with sunscreen. I know it looks like there's more in there. I probably could get my beauty spatula in here and get a couple more uses out of it, but the bottle is like basically empty. And this, I wear the shade 31. The only thing about this one is that it does have a slight floral scent. I know a lot of people don't like any kind of fragrance in their foundation. I honestly didn't mind it because I loved the formula of this stuff. This is another foundation that's very lightweight but with buildable coverage. I would say you could get up to like, definitely not full, I'd say like medium slash kind of full coverage, but the formulation is what made it. I loved it. I felt like I didn't really have to set it. It's just amazing, and it should be because it's super expensive, at least in my opinion. Okay, and then the two other foundations I have here, this is NARS Sheer Glow. I wear mine in medium 1. Love this stuff. The only thing is it doesn't come with a pump. I know you can order a pump, but they don't sell it in store, at least not in any of the Sephoras around me, and that drives me insane in the membrane. If you guys are newer to my channel and you're not sure what kind of skin I have, I would say I have like normal dry combination. My skin, I feel like, has improved with the dryness. It used to be like severely dry on my cheeks, and I feel like with my skincare it has been getting better, but for the most part I'd say my T-zone is normal, but on my cheeks I do tend to get dry patches. So when it comes to foundations, I prefer medium coverage, like medium coverages that can be, look at you, Spider-Man, that are just like light feeling on the skin. I don't really like anything that feels too heavy on my skin, which you guys are probably gonna be like, because when I show you the next foundation, that's almost like me like putting the words back into my mouth and just not making sense. But that didn't make sense. But for the most part, I tend to stick to lighter, I guess, like consistency formulas. I like formulas that just go on really lightweight, that you don't feel on your skin, that you can build up, and are definitely more on the illuminating side. I don't like super matte foundations. With that, I'm gonna go into this one, and you're gonna be thinking, and okay, the only time I ever use this foundation is when I'm filming, and I use it with other products mixed in with it. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I know, you're thinking, Dana, you just said you don't like matte, you said you don't like full coverage, you said you don't like heavy. I will say, I think this felt so heavy on me the first time because the other foundations that I use are so like liquidy and runny, and this is definitely a thicker foundation in my collection, but it doesn't feel super heavy on your skin if you apply it with a beauty blender or a nice like kabuki brush that's not super dense. But I love applying this with a liquid illuminator, so I never wear that foundation on its own. Otherwise, it does feel very like dry and mask-like on my face. So if you have really dry skin or dry patches and you're still wanting a full coverage foundation, I would recommend that, but only if you mix it with another product. Okay, now moving on to concealers. Oh, I almost broke this one. I did have several this year that I really loved, but I felt like this one is really the only one that's like worthy to be in a yearly favorites. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I use mine in NW20. I do have a couple of other shades, but this is the one that tends to like always work on my under eyes, whether I'm really pale like I am now or just kind of pale. Once I do get like darker in the summer, then I tend to go one shade up, but for the most part I can use this same shade all year round. Love this stuff. I think everyone and their mother on YouTube has like talked about it at some point in their life. Okay, now moving on to illuminators. I have like liquid illuminators, and then I have like powdered highlighters. So the two liquid illuminators that I've been obsessed with this year and just like can't get enough of, first off is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. I know everyone raves about this one in the powder form. I bought it and then I actually returned it, which I know probably sounds crazy because I think like, I feel like that's one product every channel like always raves about. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna love it. And then I got it, and I don't know if it's just because like my hopes were so like amped up for it that once I got it, it was just kind of like, yeah, it's nice, but it's not like life-changing. Like I have other things that are similar in my collection that I'm already happy with. So I ended up taking it back. But the liquid version is a must-have, especially if you like mixing them in with your foundations. This stuff, you only need the tiniest bit, and I've finished, I don't know if you can see that. This is so dang bright, I'm sorry y'all, is down to here. I'm Obsessed with this stuff, especially on like no makeup days. If you take a small pump of this and just dab it onto the high points of your cheekbones, your skin looks amazing. You look healthy, you look youthful, you look dewy. I love it. Another one that I use is the BB Plus Illumination Facial Cream. This is from Gerard Cosmetics. As always, I have a 25% off, I believe, coupon code linked down below for Gerard Cosmetics. Love this one as well. They're both amazing. Like, there's not one that I love more than the other. So if you're in the market for one, I would go with either of these. You honestly can't go wrong. They're so, so pretty. Okay, now going on to more of the powder highlighters. I have several here. Okay, the very first one, which is really, really sad and pathetic, is MAC's Whisper of Guilt. Did I get this in 2014 or 13? This is what it looks like. It's basically like 8 small pieces, like tiny pebbles that are left in here. This product was limited edition, which makes me sick. I know a lot of people say the Estee Lauder Heat Wave, which was also limited edition, is a dupe, and I think you can find that at a CCO. I just have yet to go to one. But this highlighter, ugh, is life. It's probably stupid that it's in here because you can't really get it unless you were to like order it, but people on Amazon and eBay and other sites charge a ridiculous amount of money for them, and I just refuse to pay that much. So that is hands down #1 favorite of the year. I have others here. I guess the next like true highlighter though would be from Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Celestial Powder Candlelight. It looks like this. I've used this in several tutorials. I love this stuff. The Whisper of Guilt is more of like a champagne-y gold, whereas this is more of like a pearly opaly white. It's absolutely amazing though. I love it. The compact looks tiny, but it's so pigmented that you really only do need a tiny bit of it. Okay, so going from highlighters, I guess we're kind of moving on to like bronzers as well, because these are like bronzy highlighters. You could definitely just use them to bronze up your entire complexion, to warm it up. But then at the same time, they count as highlighters too. Specifically this one. This is the Highlight Powder in Bronze Glow. Love this stuff. If you guys don't own any of the Bobbi Brown shimmer bricks, what are you doing with your life? You need them. So this one was a Bronze Glow. Love this one. This one here is Copper Diamond. My friend Laura got me this one. Obsessed. Love it. And then the other one I have here is Bronze. So just to show you a side-by-side comparison. I'm obsessed with these things. Basically, you just need them in your life. They're everything and more. More. Did you hear that tone? Okay, for bronzers, I have 2 here. I have a ton of bronzers in my collection. I love bronzers, but these are the 2 that really stood out to me. That would be ones I would repurchase in a flash. In fact, this one I will have to probably, no, I shouldn't say soon, because I feel like it's looked like this forever now and it still hasn't really gone down anymore. This is Benefit Hoola. This is like hands down one of my favorite like matte contour bronzers, whatever you want to use it for. It's just thebomb.com. I love it. I do wish the packaging was cuter because this is just kind of like, meh, I don't know, but it's amazing and I love it, and it's matte. Another favorite is from Laura Mercier. This is the Warm Bronze Mineral Powder. This isn't a contouring powder because it has a ton of shimmer in it, but it's not like chunks of shimmer that you're like, let me pick that glitter off your face. It's more like, oh, your cheeks look like J-Lo. Like, I love it. It just makes your cheeks look so healthy and bronzy and glowy, and I'm obsessed, and it will last you forever because you get a ton of product in here. On to blushes. This one was easy for me. I do have lots of blushes, but these are 2 that I reach for time and time again. Anytime that I'm going on vacation and I'm like, okay, I want one shimmery blush and one matte blush. For the shimmery blushes, I end up cheating and take both of these because I feel like you can wear these with so many different looks and it just works. The first one is Warm Glow. I don't know how long I've had this. I use it all the time and I swear it just doesn't like go down. Like, the dome has finally started to flatten out. If someone were to ask me, Dana, what MAC blush should I get? I don't have one. It would be this one easily. It's just gorgeous and I feel like it looks good on every single skin tone. It does have shimmer to it, more of like a sheen or a glow, I want to say. There are teeny tiny dots of like gold shimmer, but they're so faint and they just make your cheeks look so healthy and warm and glowy, hence the name. I love it. Another favorite is Sweet as Cocoa. This one I talk about all the time. I know you guys are probably sick of me talking about it, but it is so gorgeous. I feel like it works in the summer when you're tan, it works in the fall when you're pale. It just gives you just this awesome glow. As you can see, they're two totally different blushes, but both of them are amazing. And I feel like both you could wear with so many different looks, and that's why I love them so much. I brought some baby wipes to wipe off my dirty fingers. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish off with face products. Oh, you know what? When we were with foundations, I forgot to mention this one. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Your Skin But Better. The two colors that I use the most are light and medium. Right now, light is too light and medium is a little bit dark, so I've been mixing the two, but I love this stuff. This is another product that I could rely on a day-to-day basis without ever feeling like cake face or like, dang girl, you got a lot of makeup on your face. It's not like that. It evens out your color. It gives nice coverage, especially for a CC cream, and there's SPF in it, so that's awesome. And he's gonna stay on the floor and I'll get him later. Okay, moving on to powders. I have 3 face powders here and then 1 under eye. I just kicked the tripod, that actually hurt my foot. 1 under eye powder, so we'll go ahead and start with that one. This is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I feel like this only comes in 1 shade, but this has 1 on here, so maybe it comes in multiple shades. Love this stuff. It's a super, super finely milled, soft, like brightening powder. There's not, some of you guys asked, are like, is there shimmer in it? When you look on it on the lid, it has shimmer, but once it's on your skin, I really don't see shimmer, and it doesn't settle into your fine lines. It has that super, super soft, like silky silicone feel, so it just blurs out any fine lines that you have on your under eyes. MAC Pro Longwear with this on top is like angel products. I don't even know how to describe it. They're just like baby angels made this to like save your under eyes and make your under eyes look flawless. That's what it is. That's the best thing I can tell you. It's all I got. Okay, moving on to face products or face powders. I have 3 here. First up, since the other 2 are more matte, we'll go ahead and talk about this one first. This is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. I wear mine in light. This is my second one. I love this powder. There are very few powders that I could just put on my skin, like just powder, without having something underneath, because like I mentioned earlier, since I do have some dry patches on my skin, if I were to just put a powder on it, I feel like it clings on, but this one doesn't do it. Since it has this really nice glow to it, it doesn't make my skin look flat and matte and dry. It just looks healthy and glowy without being shimmery. So even if you have oily skin and you don't mind a sheen to your skin, like you don't want to look flat and matte, I would recommend this powder. I love it. I don't know why more people don't talk about it, because I'm seriously obsessed with it. Okay, my other 2 are here. This is the Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation. Honestly, I haven't used that this much at all, like since last month, and I don't know why, because I really, really like it. This one is more of a matte powder, so I think I save this more for the summer, like on my T-zone. In the winter, I like more of like a glowy type of powder, just because since my skin is already drier in the cooler months, I don't want anything to make it look like flat and dry. So that's why I stick with the IT Cosmetics one. But this one is amazing in the summer. Next up, I have this NARS foundation. This is the All Day Luminous Powder Foundation. I have, okay, the only thing is this powder is like so soft. It kind of crumbles and it's super messy, so it's not one that you can like take around with you, but I love this powder. I have it in light 5 and then I think medium 1. NARS packaging with powder is a nightmare, but this powder is seriously amazing. Okay, for eyebrows, I have 2 here. The first one is the Benefit Browsings. I have mine in medium. It comes with a sculpting wax, which honestly I never use. I did at first, but I really don't anymore, because there's another product I prefer more, which I don't think I brought here. But this powder here, I love. I'm not flicking you off. In medium, I'm obsessed. It's like the perfect warm brown, so I love that. And then the other product is another super obvious one. It's the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I wear mine in medium ash. I know they've recently changed the names though, and I haven't had to buy a new one yet, so I forget what the new name is. For eyeliners, oh, I forgot one. I was going to say the Kat Von D Trooper Liner, which is kind of unfair to call a yearly favorite, but that's one that I already know I'm going to repurchase the full size of, because I really didn't get it until the end of November. But that like liquid eyeliner has been life-changing for me. If you're someone who's not that great at like liquid liner pens and you're always looking for like the perfect pointy brush that isn't too flimsy, try that one. It's amazing. I'm obsessed. For pencil eyeliners, I have the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner in Via Veneto. This is like a travel size one that came in a palette, but I still have like a ton of product left in this, which is crazy because I use it all the time to tightline, but it's like so creamy. I've heard mixed reviews about this. People either love it or hate it. I just happen to be one of the people that love it. For mascaras, quickly, no surprise here, Maybelline The Rocket in waterproof, and then L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions, once again in waterproof. This combination is amazing. With lips, there should have been like a million more products in here, but I didn't mention them because I would say a majority of my favorites have been featured in either my top like vampy lip colors, and then I think I have a like summer one that I did like last year or something. Those would easily be my favorite lipsticks. I think I still use those ones. I still repurchase those ones, but there were a few in here that I did want to mention. I think the top product that, oh my gosh, what is the deal? I know I brought this thing on here and now I don't even say it or see it. I think I have one in here too because I purchased 2 yesterday because I've gone through that many of these things. So first and foremost is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Prague. This color you could wear all year round. It's amazing. It's like a deeper berry pink and it's gorgeous. It's like flattering on everyone. I'm obsessed with it. It's super affordable and I think I'm on like my 3rd tube of it. I love it that much. So NYX Prague is a must-have. Another must-have from that same line is Copenhagen. This one I rely more on in the fall just because it is a super deep and vampy color, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so pretty. I'm not gonna swatch these just because I have so many times, so I will go ahead and like reference videos down below so you can see swatches. Finally, eyeshadows. Okay, first off, I'm not gonna stay on these ColourPop shadows. You guys know my love for these. I have 2 drawers full of these things and I'm obsessed. I can't get enough of them. The color range, the price point, the formula, everything is amazing. You need them in your life. Now for palettes, I have 2. Surprisingly, I feel like every video that I've watched so far, everyone has the Lorac Pro palette. When that palette first came out, I was obsessed with it. I still really like it, but I don't know why. I have not used that palette in months, and I have no clue why. Like, I like it, but I just haven't used it. These are 2 palettes that I've gone to over and over again. First off is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lavish palette. I feel bad because I don't know if she still makes this exact palette, but I believe all of the shadows are available like in her new pan form. But this palette I love, especially Sienna. Like if you can just go and purchase this one shadow, I would say this one. Sienna is absolutely amazing, especially if you're into those like matte, burnt, like orange, brown, warm crease shadows. That one is incredible. Okay, another palette that I fell in love with this year is the Lorac Unzipped. This is very like rose gold themed. This palette is amazing. I believe they just came out with a new edition of this, like the gold Lorac palette, which I probably will get because I do love this one so much. The other shadows, there it is, are all like a collection of single shadows. So obviously Makeup Geek shadows. I think that's why I haven't used my Lorac Pro palette, is because ever since getting those Makeup Geek shadows, it's all I use. And I know a lot of you guys have been getting like frustrated with me. It's like, please use something else. All you use is Makeup Geek. And I know, but I feel like at the same time, I do use those shadows a lot, but I feel like it's something that like pretty much everyone can get. It's available online, which is frustrating to some, not to some others, but at the same time, it's also a super affordable shadow and the quality is there. That's why like I just love those shadows. Yeah, I think this is the final product in this video. Did I talk about every category? I feel like I did. I probably missed like an entire section. If I did, I apologize. But anyways, are these Makeup Forever Artist Shadows. These are so creamy and pigmented and buttery. I really love the matte shadows. I think out of all the ones that I own, which isn't very many, is this one here. This is M738. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're into those warm orangey crease colors, this one, you need it. Okay, so that is everything for my favorites from the month, not the month, the year of 2014. I don't know if I'm gonna post a December favorites just because I feel like doing the yearly favorites and then the December favorites back to back would be kind of like overwhelming. I I definitely obviously will be doing a January favorite. Sorry, it's been a while since I posted this newer video. Just after coming home and everything, and then just settling and relaxing and then getting Landon back into his routine, I just needed some quality time with the family and to readjust. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having an amazing year so far. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching this. If you guys have any comments, questions, be sure to leave those down below. And yeah, I love you guys all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!